Okay, I'm going to talk about the rule of the octave. I'm no expert on it, but a lot of us, including Bud Powell, I'm trying to think who else, Willie the Lion Smith, I've heard it in his playing. Of course, our Tatum and our good friend Barry Harris. They all do it naturally, and they harmonize naturally. And it's interesting because I think the first treatise was written in 1702, even though some records are saying much later than that, but it really dates back quite a while back. And you're literally moving up the scale each diatonic position of a major scale or a minor scale and finding appropriate harmony. So if I go up the scale, let's say B flat major, so it would be like 1 major, then the second degree I'd play a 5 chord, and then back to the third degree I'd play a 1 chord. It's very self-explanatory. You can hear that in the actual positioning of the diatonic notes. Like, you know that position 1 would be a 1 chord, position 2, even though it sounds like it could be subdominant, like a 2 minor of some sort. But, you know, with Barry, which is very ingenious, 2 is 5. It's a suspension on 5. So anyways, so we just throw in 5. And the Italians were already doing this. They were already doing this like 300 years ago, so it's not like some big bebop revelation or something. This is why when you hear some of my recordings or some of my tutorials I do on YouTube, I'm always going right back to this classical sort of voice leading, which I'm very curious about, and I try to use as much as possible. But anyways, so that's 5 against 2, 3 against 1. Okay, now when you come up to the 4 chord, or the 4th position diatonically, you're playing a 2 minor, or we like to call 2/6. So once again, okay, now we're at the 5, which is a simple 5. Now, on the 6th degree, you play 4. You play a 4 chord against 6, which is very beautiful. Leading tone, you're playing 5 against 7, back to 1. So in sequence. Here it is. But coming down is where the fun is. Coming down, you have a little bit more options. You can actually target you can do a temporary tonic on the 5 chord. So you create the 5 chord. In this case, the 5 of B flat is F. So you make that as a temporary 1 chord. So it'll sound like this. And now check this out. We're going to do a subdominant chord approaching the 5 chord. That sounds really nice. From here, basically right back to the... Very similar. But I started playing around with this and thinking about Barry and using the diminished. Having that extra note on the flat 6. And B flat, that's G flat or F sharp. Oh, I guess it's G flat actually. Tell me that's not amazing. Like, think about that. Like, what we like taking the Barry Harrison, taking the early, writings of Rameau, even the way Bach approached voice leading. Even when you look at Portamenti you know, you have to know the rule of the octave and how to approach these chords. So let's just try. So I'll try another one coming down. Let's see. Now check this out. We're gonna do like a little Beethoven thing here. Okay, this is what I was screwing around with today. Why not get the whole Neapolitan second thing involved, right? And this is how that would sound. Oh, it should be beautiful. Already screwed up. Temporary out of key, back into key. You hear me play, I don't know if you've heard me, like if I start playing Cherokee, check it out. Just by thinking about Neapolitan chords and voice leading in a classical, traditional classical sense, instead of always playing the same stuff. Now, Bud Powell was already doing this. Bud Powell does it naturally. Earl Father, yeah, I don't know about Earl Fatherhines. I'm sure but definitely, I've heard elements come out of Willie Lyon Smith. I think a lot of the stride players and the Harlem stride players, those guys do it naturally. I think that type of voice leading, they just know how to do it naturally, and that's why the sound will never go out of style. Okay, all this modern fourth stuff. I mean, it's not a bad thing. I mean, I've heard Oscar Peterson does it really well. Like, when Oscar Peterson comps, I think it's great. He knows he's one of my favorite compers, and he uses the fourths really, really nicely. And I thought young McCoy Tyner did a great job of it too. I think after a while, it just it turned into like computer music with all the permutations, and I think he got too influenced by Coltrane. But whatever, that's a different story. But getting back to this voice leading. know it's a bit majestic sounding, but hey, once you get that under your playing, you're not going to sound like every Joe Blow out there. That's my opinion. Anyways, talk to you.